we go. Awesome.
Right,
Okay, match is now unpaused. We are ready to finally get started. CeX with the CT side at the helm. All Kevlar for all players on both sides. Let's see where eDen go with the Glocks and the armor, and of course the bomb plant here. Again, looking at that retake, looking at the opportunity set up for eDen, just going to be straight up rushes and aim duels has to be taken by both sides. Samuel taking the lead straight in towards drop down, and it looks like they're just going to be playing for a straight up rush in this pistol round. Into connector now, he will go, trying to get the flank on Astra, but Astra takes him down immediately. Meanwhile, on screen, looking for Thomas, takes his head off clean and quick. Logsy will get a frag back, but he's the only man here on the site. Back on eventually from connector, and does get a flank on screen to turn it to a 3-on-3. Bomb now, to go down, and CeX, Cray, Smooya, and Link, the last three alive here for this retake, and it really is the worst case scenario with no defuse kit. Smooya gonna go falling, and Cray will desperately look for a pick on Pommy. The bomb gets planted, Logsy on 23, but still a 2 versus 3 favor to eDen.
Yeah, eDen doing a good job in their strategy, just getting out of drop, going straight back round and wrapping. But now it is in a 3 versus 1. Logsy on low HP, but Link, I'm not sure he can be able to do a lovely shot onto Logsy, but Dom is going to finish it off. And a nice round from eDen. This is what we saw from them earlier against Enclave. This strat worked out perfectly. CeX, I mean, getting one kill each, I think it was Astro and on screen, getting 1 kill each, that's basically what we, like, that's the minimum they could have done there. I mean, yeah, they tried their best. Unfortunately, again, hitting the smoke, nothing available for that. The retake just not working out for CeX.
Yeah, so 1-0, great start for eDen. The rush style tactic actually did end up working. Initially, it seemed like it was going to swing towards their favour, and Astra went on screen with the defensives kind of setting up for these pistols. But eDen able to overwhelm that B site eventually, turn it to the force buy now for the CT side. A quick pause, it looks like, to come through. I imagine this is technical in nature. Not 100% sure what the issue is, but needless to say, it will put our grand final hype train on a bit of a derailment for the moment in time, at the very least. But yeah, 1-0, great start for eDen, yeah. And again, this is the start that they needed. When you're coming up against a star-studded roster like CeX, and since they got the knife, they got their side pick. You know, I imagine that, you know, over in the eDen camp on the other side of the land hall, they will be pretty hyped at the moment. You know, pretty damn hyped to get this opportunity to their hands.
I mean, yeah, it's important as well that CeX, they're going to be playing mind games, especially Smooya. He loves to scream, he loves to get in the heads of his opponents. So just sort of shutting that down early, making sure you don't get tilted from that kind of stuff, that's going to be important. Obviously, it looks like the unpause may be coming in soon as everyone has just bought up on CeX. It's a bit odd for Smooya to fully buy into this. I expect him to maybe save for an ult, but it looks like that may be Cray's job as he's just gone for a nade and a CZ.
Yeah, nades out for CeX, 3 players, Cray, Astro, and Link. Kevlar helmets, Craig going no armor, I think probably just trying to save for that AWP, but at the same time he has bought a CZ and grenades, so maybe not. I'm not 100% sure what the spy strategy is for CeX, but either way, he hasn't got enough for the Kevlar helmet, so he's going to opt for no armor whatsoever. As eDen make their way into their default. Smokes down, grenades, counter grenades come back from CeX, Astro and co. Try and defend it, Link and Astro. Backed up by 2 other players coming in from the back lines, and Logsy will be the first man to go falling. Link gets himself a double kill. Samuel trying desperately to try and get a pick back, but Cray locks out a headshot as well. Leaves it up to Dom and Thomas as the last 2 for eDen. The bomb down on the site, not planted of course, as Cray gets 1 more kill. It leaves it all up to Dom to fall all the same. 4 players, great CZ strategy, great eco from CeX.
CeX, just the aim is so good for them. Link, no pressure on him. Someone rushed him down with UMP, just absolutely ruins him. And obviously Cray, no armor at all as well, gets 2 kills. That's just a great job by CeX. And the problem with eDen, maybe gone a bit too fast straight into those pistols. The nades luckily did not do any damage to them. CeX throwing them a bit too early. But again, the aim is just so good. And eDen look like they're just going to go for another rush here, and they are forced back into the round.
Yeah, eDen, of course, no bomb plant in that last one. And just taking a pistol means that your economy has been broken. So, CZ's Deagles. 4 flashbangs, 2 smokes, so they could go for a pistol execution, and it looks like what he's going to be doing right here. Smoke out in towards danger. They've got 1 more for the connector cross, and Smooya will be the man to defend it. We'll see them all coming in a quick rotation. Will come through on screen, spraying desperately through. Connector want to be able to land with first kill, but Smooya gets the opener. Astra with a follow-up, but Thomas and Sam will trade it right back with those CZs. Turn it to a 3 versus 3. Bomb's still down though, not going to get planted, and Pommy will get taken down to the back line, so the support is gone. Samuel's still on the site, still got to get it planted eventually, and he will get it down. Mashed up for these pistols, see what they can do in terms of damage. Plus, they can defend off the CTs for a few extra seconds, but it's just not to be. Astro overwhelming the site with a 4K. Will turn it to the lead in the second for CeX.
Yeah, I mean, a good job there. Smooya nearly able to get 2 as well from that, and that's perfect from him. He just needs to try and delay. That's exactly what he needs to do, especially when he's alone on A. The rotate's coming in, Astro getting a lovely 4K. I mean, this is what I'm saying. He's just got incredible aim, and just against pistols, he just absolutely flourishes in those situations. Should be an eco now for eDen. Did get the bomb down, that would be helpful going forward into the next round. But yeah, they're just going to eco, just get some upgraded pistols. Like to see maybe a flash or something so they could just get onto a site, but they've opted not to go for that.
Yeah, XM for Smoothie out that auto shotty. Imagine to be playing towards drop down. No, actually, excuse me, he's going to be going aggressive in towards water room, trusting he can catch players off close range, but he didn't have no idea where this man is. He will push aggressive but not get any information. He may call this out. There's one man close towards him. Pommy, will he spot him out? Eventually, Smoothie will rotate back in, try to see what he can find, and will wrap back away. Pommy does catch him off guard and does take him out of the action, so the shotgun does not make any particular use as on-screen rotates, trying to see if he can defend it. Gets a good tag on Pommy, but no kills towards his favour. Counter flashes come back, and the T's have control of the A site. Pommy to get planted as the first frag has gone to the favour of eDen. No trade, no follow-up from either side. CeX setting up for this retake. They've got the superior weapons. They have to make sure they don't fall victim to these Deagles, as Samuel will try and prove with a headshot. It doesn't come quite through as Link gets 2 kills. Craig gets 1 on. Screen goes falling. And it's a 2 versus 2 situation. AK and M4 recovered. M4 sprays down 1 and leaves it all on Thomas from the back lines. Bomb site in control of CeX. 2 defuse kits as well. It all comes down to this Deagle and they are sticking it. So he's got to be very, very quick trying to get the bomb defuse up. Not going to happen. Link peeks wide. 14 HP. Gets a 4K of his own and CeX make their way to 3.
Yeah, I mean, CeX letting a bit too many go and playing Smooya alone with that XM in mid. Alright, that's fine, but he gets way too aggressive mid, gets no information, then gets flanked from, he just gets killed because he turns away, starts running. I mean, that was really, really close, unnecessarily close, and now eDen get another bomb plant and 3 kills. That's going to hurt the economy of CeX going forward, and it bolsters theirs as well, and it is going to be 3-1 CeX. I'm taking the lead initially, but the first gun around, we're going to have to see what happens here.
AK is out for eDen. CeX have 1 recover from the earlier rifle that the T's tried to pull off. Craig going to be holding that one down, and he is over on the B site. Playing back of Astro, the AWP of Smoothie, of course, here on the A site, trying to see if they can get the defensive. CeX have tried this B stack several times, and it has worked for the most part. But eDen, the first time, I think they're going for a rifle default here, is on screen. Gets the opener into drop down. Thomas will trying to get that trade, but on screen is just on point today. 2 kills for him. Taking out none to get traded by eDen. A 5-on-3 already. Bomb hasn't been dropped towards the CT favour, but they are just feeding themselves to this meat grinder. They're just feeding themselves slowly and surely. Good grenade does tag on screen down, but he still gets a 3rd kill. How does he do it? Samuel finally trades back Cray, but it's still a 2 versus 4. And control of the A site has just not been established by Logsy, trying to get Astro and eventually spray him down. Never mind, Astro gets that kill. And Samuel left alone to try and lick his wounds and run away or try and make the best of this round, but definitely not one that will come through from eDen.
Yeah, on screen, an amazing job there in drop, getting 3 kills, staying alive as well after he'd taken so much damage. He definitely should not be allowed to do that. They had so much utility as well, eDen. They didn't need to take the fights, they just used that to smoke off drop, volley off drop, whatever they want to do. He nearly went for a 4th there, but Link will finish it off. And yeah, eDen, so much utility out there just in their grass. They could have used that to take drop, especially after on-screen kills the first guy, goes back, gets a 2nd, and then somehow gets the 3rd as well. A good job by him to hold drop, but a bit of a mistake on eDen's part.
And half by now has to come through from eDen. Pistols, Kevlar, a helmet on Samuel, and a little bit of utility to spare. They got a single smoke and mostly flashbang, so I imagine this would just be thunder and lightning on the B site as they quickly make their way in for a bomb plant, maybe just working off the max loss bonus that they could have. Smoke down from the CTs. They will once again work their defensive default, which has so far been very, very good to hold eDen off and push them into a position where they just haven't been able to find themselves the opportunities here. But here they come. Smokes, flashbangs. Only 1 smoke from Samuel. Will probably smoke that off towards Connector, but Link is the first man to open things up. Taking down Dom alongside Crossfire set by Cray. Logsy does get a quick trade, but Cray doubles down alongside a triple on Samuel. He's just falling all apart for eDen, but sadly not much else to be expected. Cray with a 4K, and the pistols just don't work out. No bomb plant here for the T's, but a rifle buy nonetheless.
Yeah, Cray, good job on tree there. Managed to get a couple of kills. Unfortunately, eDen, I think they were blocking each other a bit, and they flashed themselves more than they flashed CeX, which is a problem. I mean, I would have liked them to see more go for the bomb plant than they went for the kills. Only got 1 kill in the end, didn't get a bomb plant either, and Thomas has now been forced to go for just no head armor and an AWP. At least he's got armor, but no utility on him as well.
Once again, utility default from CeX. Grenades down long, smoke to make sure eDen can't push or throw them into disarray if they do. But eDen are playing passive. hoping for CEX to take the aggressive stances, trying to open up an opening frag here for the T side. Molotov's away, however, they're just going to play the defensive, try and ensure that eDen can't push, make sure that eDen can't find that advantage. Still got a minute to go, so eDen have time to work with. They've got the AWP on Thomas as well. No helmet, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem if he's playing the AWP far back.
Yes, yeah, it's just temporarily denying VLAN control from the T side. Last long though, and on screen going to get a lovely kill. Thomas over towards B with that AWP, going to take down Crate, puts it into a 4 versus 3 now. Logsy though, super low HP.
Yeah, 6 on the man. It's quintessentially a 3 versus 3. Any next phase from Logsy should be able to deal with him as Samuel goes forward and it starts to go from bad to worse for eDen at the moment. Link spots out. Dom tries to spray on through, gets dinked down, but not taking out the action. It's trying on to Astro. Link and Smooya try on through. They take down the 2 support players, and Smooya doubles down with a headshot on Thomas. Nicely played. Close range from CEX, and in a situation that could have really swung either way, the CTs come out swinging and find themselves a 6th.
Yeah, Link staying alive there, that was so important. He needed to wait for Smooya to come in and help. Smooya gets 2 kills of his own, obviously Thomas trying to deal with the site guy. I'm not sure if he got the call that Smooya was rock/door, but it didn't matter in the end. And Link, just a really important round for him, and it's 6-1 to CEX starting to take it away. Still, eDen could close the gap if they start getting a couple rounds on the board. They just need to try and break this defense, try and find the weak spots. But right now, CEX are really not showing any weak spots.
No, they're not, and for eDen, this may be a time to call a tactical pause sooner or later. They're on max loss bonus, but opening frag for this round goes to the favour of the T side. Thomas, headshot on Astro. CEX now be spread thin across that line, and that's how crucial that opening pick is now. Suddenly, one of these areas either drop or one of the sites become very, very weak on the defensive. CEX will decide to prioritise A and B above drop, which is a huge amount of map control that eDen could work off of, and you can see where they're going for it. 2 players ready to push down as Samuel and Thomas. The smokes here from CEX, just trying to ensure eDen don't have a whole lot of room to breathe, and that is the main aim of Cobblestone. Good grenade damage from onto Dom and Logsy as well. So there is an opportunity still opening up for CEX. Bomb still here, ready to push in towards the B side. They will get a little bit of utility alongside Lounge Screen, who pushes on through, taking down Logsy, finally trades things back. But look at Samuel, close range, Smoothie with the AWP, takes the first, looks for the quick scope, but can't quite get it. Thomas will get taken down by On-Screen, who's still fragging with a 2K, gets a dink on Pommy still, but does get taken out at the end of it to a 2 versus 2 situation. Bomb to make his way on towards A site, a retake up for CEX, but look at the HP. This should be very, very doable for the CTs.
Yeah, they've got good positioning as well. They've rotated fast. Looks like Crate is a bit worried that there may be someone flanking or someone rotating back. Problem is they're both A here. They've only got flashes available here, eDen, so they can't smoke anything off. Crate just playing far back. Pommy already crossed to the site. Bomb going to go down as well. Now, what CEX need to do is isolate these players. They're so far away from each other. It looks like, okay, it does look like Dom is coming back up mid. Flash, not going to do too much. Looks like Link has dropped down as well under heaven. Just waiting to see who makes the next play. CEX hoping that eDen maybe make the mistake, let them play off that. Pommy obviously playing really well considering he's such low HP. Dom got a good angle when anyone comes through the door, takes down Crate, lovely shot by him, and Pommy finished it off with a kill onto Link. And that was a round eDen needed, keeping 2 alive, not great for the economy, but a round much needed.
Pommy on 11 HP, very well played to find that final frag. And eDen will finally make their way up to 2, but this is where it starts getting dangerous here for all the Ts. Reset opportunity for CEX, of course. They're on a force play of their own right, though, so it isn't too likely that they'll be able to find it. AWP, of course, for Smooth, and the 2 M4s for Crate and Link. UMP for Astro, and on-screen has the Deagle. So eDen doing good work in the last few rounds to whittle down the economy, put CEX in this position where they have to force buy, try and force the issue away. But if they get this round, then it's going to be absolutely tragic for eDen.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a real hard reset for eDen here, especially only keeping 2 alive in the last round. It's just not, well, I mean, their chances in this round are pretty good considering, I mean, on screen, on a Deagle only, there's a UMP out for Astro as well. So, they've got an advantage in weaponry, but Smooya is still on that AWP, still so capable of hitting the shots, and they are going towards A. I think he's playing towards Danger as well. Yeah, he is playing towards Danger with that AWP, and it looks like eDen are going to try and take some map control off the CTs now. Not much to be held on A anyway. And now Thomas just faking towards drop, really just trying to keep these players in. A lovely flash by on screen that. Not going to be able to do much as Thomas lightly falls back. But now look at the mid push coming out from eDen. I'm not sure if they're going to be aware that Smooya is here as well. Here's that one shot. That's a perfect shot by him. He's got to get a second as well. He doesn't miss those shots. And now that flash out though, perfect. still allowed to get more. And someone from behind is going to kill Dom. That's Astro with the UMP. Cray taking down Thomas towards drop as well, and that leaves Pommy in the 1 versus 4, and this is possibly a reset as well, unless Pommy can do something.
This will be a clutch of ages for Pommy. Smooya and Astro with the crossfire. Opening frags from Smooya with the AWP, and when he got challenged, Astro from the back just taking cover and taking that kill to support his AWP player. But 20 seconds for Pommy to make this kind of clutch situation work, and CeX have this whole thing locked down. Smooya even going aggressive because Smooya does Smooya things and finds the AWP shot on Pommy. That will be reset for eDen. No money to work with. 2,700 at best in the bank for Logsy. But outside of that, everybody else just very, very little. They will force play because they haven't really got much of a choice. CeX are restarting to run away with this one. And if they can force the issue away from CeX, of course, they still want reset potential. AK's out, safe from that last round from the CTs. The AWP is Smooya, of course. Let's see what eDen can do. This has to be a damn good round out of them with these pistols.
Yeah, it's going to be so tough, especially the utility, and CeX can just stop this push for days. Not a couple, well, it's only one Molotov available for Cray. I hope he uses that when they start to push, doesn't use it just randomly here. I imagine they are just going to use their smokes for now. But there is only 2 smokes available, and the rest are flashes for eDen. Obviously, that can be a door smoke if they wish to, maybe a lane smoke as well if they're trying to get out. Problem is, Cray's just used his Molotov as well, so there'll be no way to stop the rush on B unless on-screen can come out and just use his. But now 4 players towards B as well for CeX. They're in a really good position. It looks like the nades are coming out. Another smoke from CeX to stop this push, but it doesn't matter. eDen are just going to go for it. The flash is coming out. It doesn't matter here. Link and Cray. Link nearly with a 4K there. Lovely by him, and that just shuts down the force by eDen.
And Link and Cray crossfire. That is the end of it for eDen. Just shut down in their finest. Only able to get Link with that 3K, denying his 4th, but it doesn't matter at the end of it. 8 rounds to 2 for the favour of CeX, and a very, very dominant start here on the CT side. They take their CT half, and now it's just a question of how many rounds eDen can take back away from the CTs. Looking like a likely best case scenario of 9 to 6 at the moment here for eDen. Basic pistols out. Oh, nicely done from Samuel to take down Smooth. That's a great pickup. Of course, only a UMP, but not too much to work with. They can still make something work against these CTs.
It's actually a Bison.
Yeah, a Bison. Trying to see if they can make it work here. And M4 picked up by Dom. A 3-on-3 as Cray doesn't end up trading. The bomb's still on the site, and they're still trying to get control here. As Link taps down one more, takes himself a kill, dropping the bomb, looking for Dom, shuts it down all the same. And Pommy just left with his AK in play. I mean, not a bad round. I mean, Blink finishing off with the grenade, but not a bad round from eDen, considering they didn't have any armor and only upgraded pistols to work with.
Yeah, I mean, picking up that Bison, it allows Dom to get one more kill after Samuel just sprayed through the smoke with that Glock, digs down Smooya, I think, at least twice there. And I mean, Smooya, that's got to be quite tilting for him, even if they are 9-2 ahead. Close eDen, but definitely no cigar. And now they are back onto the bite, getting the bomb plant. Actually, they didn't get the bomb plant, so that is a bit of a problem for them. Still, utility is available, not a bad buy for them at all. No AWP is available, preferably to put onto Thomas.
Full buyback from eDen, taking a lot of players away from CeX. Could still break the economy. All they just need to do is find a good round. 5 AKs, of course, out, limited on the utility set. There should be enough for what eDen want to do. Setting up towards their site. Slowly taking map control in long. Looking towards danger. Hoping no one will be in that middle water room, but Astro is the main man to hold down the defensive. Alongside on screen, of course, who has been playing mid very, very well so far. Grenade will come through. Astro going to tap down Logsy, but oh, just getting exploited out so low on HP. He does get taken down by Pommy. On screen here to try and take down Pommy of his own accord. 4 versus 4, but the T's have full control of the A site. Thomas and Dom connect Cray, kills on Cray, and on screen. Link will also fall, leaving it on Smooya with the backstab. 1 versus 3, clutch with the AWP, making his way upstairs, trying to see if he can spot out Dom or spot the players on the site. But yeah, he's out of time, he's out of chances. Does manage to survive against Dom, but can't quite get the flick. As a result, eDen will make their way up one more round against CeX.
Yeah, good round by them. Astro not aware at all, really, where his positioning was. Gets killed from long. And I mean, that puts the round in a bit of a tough spot, especially as they're so close to getting to the site. It was on screen there. Gets one kill, then gets a little bit jumpy, looks back towards me, gets killed from Dom there. And Smooya, if he wanted to go for that 1-3-3, you really need to hit that first shot. Unfortunately, not going to happen, but again, it is a reset round for eDen. And they are in a problem. Oh, Smooya, nice boost though coming out. I assume it is on screen who's boosted them up. So eDen may not expect this, but it doesn't look like they are going to fight it yet.
Thomas has done this many times before. You know, eDen know this strat book, they know this play. That's why that grenade came through. That's why Smooya and on screen are already so low. because they're expecting this from some point from CEX. They just happen to get it on this round, and they're going to opt for no drop-down control. Logsy will eventually make his way and pick up the bomb, but do they expect Smoothie to have been boosted up here? Do they expect him to try and take control? Samuel's about to find out. AWP will shut him down, opening frag, and Smoothie does drop back and leave that control back to the favor of the T side, but yeah, opening frag just turned the man advantage for CEX, and Astra's hearing all these footsteps here on long. Smoothie locks out, Thomas shuts him down, looks in towards middle, takes down Pommy, triple kill for him, and even a fourth on Dom, just shut down by the AWP at every single turn. eDen will get reset once again at 10-3 favor CEX.
Smoothie, man, the aggression, he will go anywhere of that orb. Anywhere he thinks he can get a kill, he will go. And it looks like eDen are going to force back into this round. 2 rounds left for them to try and get on this T side, but it's not looking great. CEX definitely in contention to get a 12-3 here.
eDen, this is their map pick and all. Getting very, very dire right now for the T side. The CT side needs to be just as good if eDen want a chance. We'll take an aggressive stance in B side, but only playing Lurk. The bomb will make his way in through Lock, and Smoothie's already got this cornered off. Taking down that opening tag and taking down Dom. Second face on. Thomas takes him out, looking for the third man. Pommy will go for him. Logsy on 7, and Smoothie will line up for triple kill. Looking for Samwell. Last man can't quite get the quick scope, but doesn't matter. Cray is there, and the AWP will get picked up. Nice, easy round for CEX. 11-3, and the final round of the half has to be a force buy from eDen.
Yeah, Smoothie, you allow him too much freedom and he'll just hit those shots every day, every night, no matter the time he'll hit those shots. There was not the amount of utility that eDen needed there to try and shut him down. Maybe throw a smoke on his position, something like that. Or just the flashes in general, not great. But now, CEX, I'd say it's about an 80% chance right now that they do get the 12-3 going onto their T side. I don't know if eDen can come back from this on screen and drop. We're going to be able to get one, and Logsy kills himself. And now this round is over, and that's got to be a crushing death for Logsy going into the second half. That is going to be just morale crush for him.
Let that serve as a testament to how this half has gone for eDen. You run on through, and then you die, pretty much.
Just get crushed as soon as you go anywhere.
Yeah, not a very good half from eDen, and if CEX take this pistol, I mean, they're odds on to take the map, and suddenly this whole series goes back into contention for eDen. You know, they had a chance, they have a 2-map buffer against CEX, but CEX are about to make their way onto match point. All comes down to this pistol, the fuse kit smartly getting brought up by Samwell. If eDen needs to retake, he needs to stay alive. As CEX go quickly in towards outer yard, in towards the default. Smoothie getting spotted out by Dom, who's trying desperately to find that opening pick, but takes more damage than actual effect. He takes down Smoothie, looking for on-screen, but on-screen, able to get a headshot back away as the bomb makes its way, not stopping into the A site. Samuel desperately looking for a frag, and the CTs are on rotation. He does take out Cray, looking for the 2 players out towards the other side of wood. 1 player out towards bench in the balcony area trying to look for that frag, but on-screen still fragging. 3 kills for him. Taking down Pommy and Logsy. Thomas to take out on-screen. Leaves it up to Astro, trying to tap on through, looking for Thomas, looking for Samuel, but 13 HP. Bomb on his back, a dream in his heart, but eDen are closing in. 2 players to find Astro, got to line up heads. It's not going to happen today. Thomas will save eDen a lifeline at 4 rounds.
On screen, nearly getting CEX back into that round. Nice 2K from him. And normally, I've seen him quite quiet this tournament. He hasn't been doing much, but he's had so many impact kills. He's currently sitting on 9 assists as well. That just shows how much damage he is currently doing. But now CeX going on to the force buy, but last pistol, eDen won, then got forced immediately by CeX. So it'll be interesting to see what CeX are going to do here. Looks like Astro has sacrificed head armor so you can get a couple flashes. On screen, able to afford a deagle, a smoke and a flash. So a fair amount of utility, obviously not preferable amount. But it's not going to be a bad round for CeX. They can definitely get onto the site quite easily against these SMGs.
Dom and P9 trying to find that opener on Link. If he finds it, it's going to get awkward. Shoulder peeking it. Turns his back to the T side, but fortunately CeX aren't going to push that, but there's that moment, and that would have just been the worst timing for Dom if they had pushed at that point. So he will get out alive, reposition himself in danger. Samuel, of course, there to back him up. Are looking for information, but so far we'll find no presence of the CEX T side. A minute still left to go. Bomb making its way in to be long. Thomas is here as the main man on the defensive on screen. Taking charge by a great grenade, taking a lot of damage out. Flashbang does blind Thomas, it means he can't get his opening frag as they push out from Matrix, but Smoothie will open things up. Thomas will eventually double down, look for a triple kill on the USP, not going to quite find it, but Logs is here. It's a 3 versus 3. This is still doable for CEX, but vice versa for eDen. Smoothie on the boost, dropping the bomb. Take the CZ up close range, look for Samuel, but Samuel takes it out. and all on Cray and Link. The last two left alive for CEX. Link goes for Link, and it's all Cray. 14 HP, bomb down, 3 HP. No chance to hell. It will be Logsy closing things out for eDen. A 5th round on the board for the CT side.
Yeah, a perfect flash from CX. Unfortunately, just weren't able to get out quick enough. Thomas, as soon as he's unblinded, gets 2 kills there. That's so important. On screen, unfortunately, on Plat, also getting blinded. If he doesn't get blinded there, I think he easily gets that kill on Thomas. But now, what are they going to do into this round? It is going to be against an eco, so probably just send these SMGs in, let them pick up the money. Thomas, the only one with a rifle. Oh, sorry, Dom is on a rifle as well.
I was going to say, mate. 2 rifles here for eDen. And CEX on full eco, only this flashbang for Smoothie, but Glocks for everyone else, no armor, and already the peak will come in from Matrix. Astro will take that opener and actually get a second with the Glock on low HP. Finally, Pommy will try and restore some order to the place, but he only gets 2 kills and he gets traded back. So man advantage still for CEX, and then picked up an M4 and a UMP to work with. This has not gone well as the bomb gets planted. It's down to Samwell and Dom. The last 2 alive, one coming in from long and one, of course, holding back of the rock. Flashbang keeps Samuel at bay for a couple more seconds, and they've got the fuse kit, so they've got time to work with. They just need to find these kills. Right here is Dom connects round to 2, looking for Smoothia as the triple kill to close it right out. Samuel will come in from the back and shut him down. So eDen, a very, very close round, but CEX just unable to get the job done.
Yeah, I mean, CX getting 3 kills there. That is just should not happen. They were all on Glocks. That is just so unnecessary for eDen to give that much up. For the first 2 kills, CX got 3-2 kills, no trades back. That should not happen. I don't care if there's 5 Glocks there. There should be at least 1 kill going back. But do win it out on the run again in the end against the 3 versus 2. A good job for them to retake it, but the economy's going to be super damaged. Not this round, but it will hurt in the future.
Why coming back, CEX. Still an opportunity against eDen. A lot of damage being done in those last couple of rounds, so if they can find the round here, then that could break, or at least at the very least put the economy for eDen in very serious contention. Someone's trying to get that opening pick flashed in from his teammate, but not finding it. CX go into this default, very passive in nature, looking for drop-down control. It's definitely going to be a drop-down center play, so an A split or a B split could come through, or they could just push everyone in from drop-down and decide where they want to go from there. I've got, well, presence in the top of drop-down, but not in the drop-down room itself. On screen, and Astro cross-firing it, ensuring that no one can make their way in from window or from utility hut. 60 seconds still left to go here. CX have lots of time to play with. It's all just a case of how eDen will set this up. They've got an aggressive hold on the A site as well, but it's only going to come into relevance if CEX manage to make that push, but they have committed to this. They are making their way on from Matrix as Thomas takes down Link. A great start to open things up, and now looking for Smoothie as the next man. Back at Chicken Coop. Smoothie will make his way in. Flashbang smokes coming on through. It'll be the execution coming in from CEX, and Pommy is sitting here. Oh, Smoothie has blocked out his gun barrel. Sprays his way on through, takes a lot of damage, but Thomas and Logsy are here to back him up and take him out. Smoothie up with a double. Now needs to make it a triple on screen, hearing out Samuel closing in from the backhand side, but it doesn't matter. Samuel lines it up. I think he actually took down both of them through that single spray. Smoothie and on screen getting shut down. eDen up to 7 now.
Yeah, Smoothie shooting a little bit too early there. Shooting him through the wall takes a bit of damage, where he could have just taken a free kill, really. Unfortunately, it does mean they are going to lose the round now. eDen eSports, can they come back from this? It's going to be hard. 4 rounds for them now on this CT side. Took down the first round of CEX. And this is where CEX may struggle, because it's a lot easier to play on the CT side when you're sort of a mix. Because, I mean, you're together, there's not really many strats, you don't have to go through stuff. And now, it looks like there's going to be a push coming out for CEX. They're just going to push up to the B side, just go back into a slaughter, really. I don't expect to get much on this round, but Smoothie just able to tap away, doesn't get the kill though. 4 rounds away, eDen eSports, to try and tie this back up.
Yeah, this is getting very close now. They're within 4 rounds of CEX, and the comeback on the CT side. I said it had to be a monster CT side. I wasn't expecting it to actually come. So eDen with a chance now. Couple rounds away from evening up against CEX, and only 1 more round after that to take the lead away. Putting CEX onto max loss bonus at this point as well, means that they should get the buy up. AWP, AKs to come through. Of course, the full set to utility for most players. Only Cray and Link are limited. The CEX go back in towards this default, this drop-down center default, which hasn't really worked out too well for them. I would like to see them try hit the A side, because that was relatively successful when they went for it. Of course, the only other time it was any more successful was a B site hit when they had an eco around. And, yeah, you can't obviously replicate that in all consistency. So I would like to see them try for maybe an A split. You know, maybe make their way into this connector through drop down. They are going to go for drop down control, so it does play in towards this default. Plays that towards yard, looking for a flag here, but so far not to be. Astro sprays on through, looking for anything he can, but a minute still left to go. Lots of time for CeX to play with.
Yeah, CeX also faking drop nearly causes Pommy to go for the peak there. Decides on his better judgment not to though. Smooth smoking towards, I believe that's so he can try and jump down or get a pick over the smoke. Flash coming in from tree though, I believe that is, I'm not sure who is on that piece. Oh, but they don't see each other. I think that is Logsy on the boost as well. It is Logsy. He's got two Logsys in his name, and now it looks like CeX are going to move towards A. But the problem is, eDen have read this super well. There's 3 players already over towards A. 2 of them in mid, 1 on Vam, and they need to clear this angle quick. And they're going to walk into the slaughter. Samuel with 3, going for a 4th as well. Smuyo with the AWP. 20 seconds left. He's possibly just going to go and save this Samuel. A great job by him. Obviously, the players on A were helping up a little bit, but 4 kills from him shuts down the round of CeX, and eDen reading that so well.
Samuel well held together. Crossfire set. Dom the only man to fall, but he did his job. 4K for him. It's all left to Smoothie to say because he hasn't really got much of a choice here. CeX getting shut down at every single twist and turn. And at one time I say, hey boys, might be a good idea to go to A side. They actually go to A side and they get absolutely ripped apart. So, what do I know? Apparently, 12-9. The scoreline for CeX. Have a buyback possibly in this round. It will be a forced buy. But no, they're going to go for the half buy instead. CZs, Kevlar, a few flashbangs, 3 smokes in total. The D on the 3 CZs for CeX. Seeing what they can find across the AWP that Smoothie has saved from that last round. No money to reinvest, so no extra utility for him. But yeah, CeX much more A center default this time. Straight towards Yard, hoping to catch eDen off on the quick hit or the over rotation. But Samuel and Dom are once again here defending, and they're holding out a very nice crossfire here on long.
Yeah, eDen realised that Smooya saved this AWP, so they're not going to be peeking too far wide. They don't want to play into this AWP with Smooya. The rest of the players are on pistol. If they allow Smooya too much freedom, too much movability, then there's going to be some problems. But it looks like they've decided to not go. Oh, Dom nearly getting his head taken off there. Sam getting spotted out as well. He needed Dom to bait from there, but it didn't work out. Dom smoke Molly in A long as well. Try and hold off CeX, wait for his team to rotate. But CeX in a good position here with the advantage. I'm not sure they're going to expect Dom to regress, but they will. I guess I don't know anything as well. They do take him down, and there we go. The kill's just rolling in for CeX. 2 versus 5 right now. Not looking good as Onswing comes in, takes down Pommy. Thomas on 1 HP as well. This is a round for CeX. And we are just going through that smoke. The aggression from him costing his AWP. No need for that, actually. Just give up the AWP. I'm hoping someone from CeX will save that, though.
And they've got control of Connector. The bomb has gone down. CeX have time as well. Thomas trying to see if he can bait that shot, maybe. He's going to try looking towards Connector, try to see if he can catch up one of the CeX players. But it's not going to be too much damage. CeX haven't really invested a whole lot into this round. I mean, got that half buy together. Only the AWP is what they'll be losing when they came into this round with. They've recovered those AKs and they recovered that M4 eventually. Yes, on screen will pick up the AWP. And the AK will get recovered by Link as well, so it will be a 13th round on the board by CeX. A very unlikely one, but Eden making a couple of mistakes. Dom and Samuel holding down the 8 site, and when Dom peeked in towards mid, saw Smooya. Samuel suddenly shifted his attention back towards that mid area, looking towards the half wall and expecting T-side players to be there. That's what gave CeX the opening. That's why they were able to take long control.
If you're going to go for that setup, Dom needs to be there. He needs to stay there, needs to watch, needs to be baiting for Samuel. And then you just leave him on his own. He's still facing into wall, gets killed then. That's a lovely round for CeX, especially with the pistol. Smooya able to save the AWP. And the money there, not any, well, except for Smooya. He's the only one who had to reinvest into this round. And so they're going to have at least another buy, even if it's a reset.
Yeah, AWP for Smooya buying down. Flashbang and smoke as well on his utility set. Kevlar helmets for most players, only Cray the man who doesn't. Vice versa for Logsy on the Eden side, but CeX back in towards this A default. Eden with a lot of aggression towards A. This could play perfectly into the T-side hands. 1-man lurker on screen. You can pull rotation away, but so far just seeing Molotov's down. Probably just getting forced out of the connector or drop down hut, and that's about it. CeX just slowly start to make their way in. Flashbangers on through. If he committed to this push, he could potentially pull one of these players away from mid, but so far he's just putting utility down, and Eden aren't taking the bait. 60 seconds still left for CeX, and they have committed to this A site. Dom and Samuel Very odd setup, but this could still work out. It all just comes down to whether they make their way in towards the actual yard itself on the site, or if they go through wood and try and plant the bomb there. So Molotov's down, Link will force Samuel out of position, and on screen we'll be able to get Pommy meanwhile on the other side in that drop down area. CeX make their way onto the site. Start to push slowly but surely. Samuel flashing his way on through, looking at Link, trying to connect it onto Astro, but Astro sprays him down. Dom there trying to look for the quick trade, and he can't quite find it. Thomas will be able to shut down Cray as the bomb quickly rotates towards the B site. They pulled a full fake right here, but Logsy is still the linchpin. He can still shut down this B presence. He takes down on screen, turns it to the man advantage of eDen. Smoothie desperately trying to find Dom, cuts off the rotation, and the bomb rotates immediately back towards A site. They got 15 seconds. This bomb goes down now. This could still fall apart. Only a few seconds for Astro. Very little breathing room for CeX, a lot of risks, a lot of rotations, but they managed to find A site control, put the bomb down, a 2v2 retake, and look at Thomas and Logsy so quick in towards this push, already on towards the half wall. Smooya's watching out the cross, and Thomas is desperately looking for this man on site. Smooya shuts down Logsy, takes him out. It's all on Thomas. A 1 versus 2, AWP in his hands, trying to find Smooya, spots him, but he isn't able to take the frag. That is CeX making their way up to 14-9.
That was so close there. I mean, that was dangerous plays from CeX, trying to run back to B and then immediately just going back A. The reason they did that, though, is obviously Smooya realised that everyone had rotated off A, managed to get his way into connector, kill one, then fell back. Smoke from Astro, blocks off the door, gets the bomb plant, and a nice 2v2. Smooya just flourishes and just playing off chaos. He just gets into those smokes, just hides there and wins the round ultimately for CeX. And still not a bad buy for eDen. They just do not look like they can keep up with CeX anymore.
Round number 24, eDen. The hard buy back into this round. AWP is out for both sides, of course, Thomas and Smooya, but you can see the toll it's taking on eDen. No head armor for most of these players, which of course is okay. They've got AKs for CeX, so it's not a huge loss. Thomas in particular could have gotten more utility out if he just went for the Kevlar rather than the helmet. Same for Logsy, but it looks like he got the full set anyway. Diffuse get out for Logsy as well, so big money banks of the moment here for eDen. And he'll be the man who has to stay alive for this retake. CeX will try for B site once again. In towards long. It looks like it's going to be a straight up long push. Look at how many players are here on B with the information that Dom is gathering. Samuel rotates. Molotovs go down. Samuel does get pushed off of the tree boost. And the CTs will wrap back around the other side of Fountain, looking for whoever they can. Asher will open things up, they're taking down Logsy, probably with a quick trade, Link and Smooya double up, but Samuel still on site, takes himself two, not quite the third though. As on-screen takes him out, it's left to Dom to try and retake for eDen. The defuse kit has been dropped, Logsy has fallen. And on-screen on 40 HP, Smooya on 100. For Dom, this is very, very difficult. And on-screen will not allow him to pass any further. 2 kills for him, that's map point for CeX.
A lovely execute from CeX, forcing Samuel off tree that I don't think he even had a reaction, did not expect that in the slightest. There was no plan if he got forced off tree there. And I mean, CeX just cleaning up there. The Molotovs, the smokes, perfect, shut down eDen perfectly. And now the buy for eDen, not looking good for them. I mean, I think it could be just CeX taking this 16-9, going 2 maps up.
Forced out from eDen, trying to find whatever they can, but look at CeX, a straight up aggression. They know that they've got this one in the bag. They just want to try to see if they can close it out. A lot of counter aggression will come through from the CT side. Look at Logsy, Smooya going right around him. Do they realize he's here? He could be a serious linchpin. Actually does take down Link, drops the bomb, stalls for extra couple of seconds. Land screen and Smooya desperately scrambling through the smokes. Counter grenades come through and Logsy trying to push on through. Smoke out, flashbangs away. Dom does take out Cray, suddenly turn it back towards the favor of eDen. And look at this Logsy spraying with the UMP. It all comes out on screen, and Dom will be able to close things out. A very risky play, but it pays off in troves. eDen make their way to double digits.
I mean, Logsy, that is so risky to basically just bait his team out, get into that smoke, but it is a smart play for him. There's no way CeX expected that. Managed to pick up a couple there. Cray nearly brings it back. As we were talking there, he gets like 2 instant kills onto the site. But then CeX, this is not going to stop their train right now. They can still win this. Now, what they can do is they may just go for the execute again. That worked really well for them on B. They've got plenty of utility. 3 Molotovs available for them right now. The problem is they've got to go against the massive amount of utility eDen have. They really need to bait that out. Obviously, UMP onto Samuel though, so not a great weapon for him. Depends where he plays with that. But CeX really good right now. The problem is if CeX do not take any sort of map control on A, this forces eDen to go for B. This is what they do. It's a reaction that CeX normally go A, sort of within the first 30 seconds around they take the map control. And because of that, they are able to play more passive positions on A. So eDen are adapting well to CeX, but the aim is just too good right now.
CeX making their way into long. We've got Samwell here in the corner. Somebody better check this. He'll peek and he'll take down Link, but Cray there with a quick trade, regaining control for CeX, and will keep this push on through. It's all down to one man in the corner. That's Logsy. He sprays on through, but Lil Smooya there for the trade. The AWP locking on shot. Thomas with an AWP trade right back. Turns it to a 2 versus 2, and counter flashes will come through from Cray. They know where he is. Dom can see this. Gun barrel pushes him away. Low HP actually burns him alive. It all comes down to Smooya now. The last man in a 1 versus 2. If there's ever a moment for him to clutch, it would have to be now. Spots out Thomas, but can't quite get the flick. Second phase, trying to get him through the tree. Low HP, second, third phase. Can't quite find it. Fourth phase, can't find it. AWP flick, he's just not finding these kills. Sees his head out. Finally shuts down Thomas, but Dom is too close range, and he'll take him out, recover the AWP, bring eDen to 11 as they cling on by a thread, but slowly but surely climb their way back up to overtime.
Thomas, really questionable for him. As soon as Smooya shoots at him, he should not be going for that boost. There's no need to go back up there. Gets tanked down. And in fact, he also loses his weapon. I think Dom may have picked it up for him. But still, there's no need for him to die in that situation. So then he just goes jumping off tree. And he's lucky Smooya did not hit that shot, because that could have been isolated into a 1 versus 1. And Smooya definitely could have won that. And looks like it's going to be a force fight from CeX. Not waiting all. Perfect molly from eDen though. Link able to get his way out. He's going to get the first kill. Does get traded though by Logsy. The kill's just rolling in, but even 2 versus 4 right now. Not looking great for them. There's no way Craven flying. He's going to be able to take down Logsy. Problem is, it's just not looking good for them.
One can't play a bomb. Taking too long, low HP, couldn't get the frags, and it all comes down to Smooya to try and clutch it out. And yeah, eDen with the superior weaponry. You can see what CeX were going for, and if it had worked out, it would have worked out so damn well for the T side. The force buy with pistols, armor, a straight up rush out of long into the B side, get the bomb down, and force eDen into the retake position. So sadly, just not to be the case from CeX, but they still only need 1 round, 1 good round. eDen need 3, and they need like 4 after that in overtime. So 15-12. CeX still at map point. eDen have brought this whole thing back. Of a huge comeback here on the CT side. Eco for CeX as well should mean a 13th, a free round for eDen. We'll see what they will do. Smooya will lead the charge with his deagle. Dom, of course, on this cross, ready to lock it down. And indeed, Thomas easily locked down the crossfire. Smooya, last man, will go falling on screen now. The last man for the CeX side, and he will go falling all the same. Dom with a 3K. Very easy stuff for eDen, and I'm not very surprised that round went the way it did.
Yeah, I mean, eDen, they are closing this gap fast. 2 rounds between them right now. eDen to get to overtime on their map pick as well. This will mean so much to them to come back. Even if they lose the map after that, that would be devastating. But at least they can show they can keep up with CeX in a way Enclave couldn't. And I thought Enclave definitely had more skill than this eDen roster had. But eDen just seems to be pulling it together on this CT side. And a lot of people have been talking about their CT side, especially Critical we had earlier, really favoured them in their CT side. And now we have to see, and Thomas going to get the first kill onto on-screen, and I think he did the same boost Smooya did in that first half as well. Like you're saying, Thomas known for doing that, and he gets the kill off it into a 4 versus 5. A great start for eDen.
Yeah, huge for the CTs. Aggression pays off sometimes, and in this case for the CTs, that puts them in a 5-on-4 situation. Thomas with that opening frag. And now Smooya and Cray will slowly lead the charge into drop down. Looks like it'll be another drop down play. Pommy getting caught off guard, switching out to the knife. And still just the Emperor on a spray on Astro. Gets the damage, but no kills. In connector, there it goes. Splitting on the B side from connector and drop down. Smooya gets down Thomas. Astro and Link, they start to enter as Link takes down the final kill. It turns it into a 2 versus 4. Dom and Samwell for a huge retake for eDen. They flash their way on through. Dom trying to catch off. Smooya spots him, sprays him down through the door, and now leaves it up to him as Samwell has fallen. A clutch of 4K for this man. A 1 versus 4 all in all. Diffuse kit in his hand, so he's got time on his side, but they are locking down every avenue of escape for Dom, looking for Cray, spraying him down, taking him out of the action. Suddenly plausible Molotov, this could push Link out of position. Suddenly this is another kill for Dom. Headshot, this will be a 4K. If he can find Astro, a simple spray, a simple head will do it. And Dom is peeking close range.